It's been good. It's been different. You don't really expect to come into a camp and have to be split up like we've been having to do. But anyway, to get back to playing, get back to baseball playing shape. Having live BP, seeing pitching again after 3 months. There's going to be an adjustment period for a lot of guys, so I think the pitchers will be ahead of hitters for the first week or so. But in the 3 months I had off, I made a mission. I think I lost about 15 pounds, just to get to a weight that I felt more agile. I think having to play 3-4 different positions, playing the outfield, playing first, whatever. You want to set your body up the best that you can, and I spent a lot of time running this during these 3 months to hopefully keep the legs under me and keep moving forward, and to have the resources that I had during this time was great. That I had a facility that I could work out and hit and do everything that I could do for 3 months was great.
Our next question will be to Joe Frisaro.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Hey, is it too early to tell just from the batting practice and stuff on the field how the middle of the field is going to play at Marlins Park? And also knowing if that middle of the field is open, what that does for a hitter in their approach?
Yeah, I think people have over the years have said right center to center field is a big part of Marlins Park, and just from taking batting practice and watching guys hit and seeing the live BPs, I think it will definitely help. I don't know how big of an adjustment it will be. I mean, we've been hitting with the window open in left center, so I think the ball has kind of been dying a little bit more than what we would have thought. But it depends on if we play with it open or with it closed all year. I think it's watching one of the live BPs. I think Dickerson hit a ball out to right center that normally probably wouldn't have gone out. In the normally normal season for the the dimensions. But with batting practice, I feel like it's I think it's pretty normal. I think the way I've been hitting and watching Alfaro and all those guys hit, it's gonna play better than what people expect here at Marlins Park. But I mean, you got to really, if you keep the the window open in left center, I don't know how well the ball will travel as people were expecting.
All right, we'll go to Steve Wine.
What was your reaction to the decision on the DH being part of the National League games?
What do I think about it?
Yeah,
I think it's a great addition for a lot of players. It adds another dimension to a lineup, especially in the National League. There's not, in the American League, there's not much. You stick your lineup out there, and those are your 9 that are going to play every day. In the National League, it's double switches and matchups and all this and all that. But with the DH for us especially, it gives myself, Joyce and Aguilar and all these guys more opportunities to play every day, and it's definitely a different feel. But I'm excited. I think a lot of guys are excited to to have that option. Whenever you're moving guys around or trying to give a guy a day off, and letting him DH is big for a lot of guys, especially in a 60-game season where anything can go. And just to come back and ramp up quickly, I think it gives guys an extra day or an extra day off from the field and running around the outfield or in the infield.
All right, we'll turn to Fox Sports Florida. Jess, we'll start with you.
Hey, Koo. Hey, I'm just curious from your perspective, 15 pounds, it's obviously a pretty significant weight loss. Have you noticed at all yet that it's impacted your swing, or do you have any anticipation that it'll impact you at the plate whatsoever?
I don't think. I mean, I played around 220 to 225 to 230 around my whole career, and I think I got a little bit heavier as we got into spring training. I try to add more muscle and get stronger, but just the way my legs feel this first week is that's all I'm trying to have the legs under me, and and my swing feels the same, doing batting practice and, taking all of those ground balls and doing outfield work every day. It's, I can tell my legs aren't as sore, and it's, it's getting better, especially with turf in the outfield. That adds a different dimension to, the pounding it takes on your legs, because real grass and turf is, even though it's a synthetic, more grass feel, for us, it's still turf. So you're still going to have to break that turf in, because it's going to take a few weeks and take some pounding on it to really mold into what everybody wants out there. So it's a little spongy right now, but I think as the more time you spend on it, it will be what everybody wants.
All right, we'll turn to one of our most loyal callers, Craig Minervini.
Yes, hi, Garrett. Love the show. Can you tell me, Garrett, first, good to see you. What did last year do for you? It was a little frustrating with the injury, but you did get a lot more at-bats and a lot more game time than your previous major league time, and you put up some pretty good numbers when you look at it.
Yeah, it's, when I got injured the year before, I think, that the mental toll it took on me for 5-6 months, and then end up having surgery, kind of put me in a middle place where I normally have never been. So I think coming back into last year and spending last year's off season, and just, after the calf injury to start the year, it was, I made it a pact of myself that, it's nothing you can do. It's, things happen in sports, and, things happen to people get injured all the time. So it's just something that I came back, and, when I came back and got in the groove, I think I felt how I felt in 2017 when everything was clicking. And, having not playing for a year, I think took a little bit of a toll on my body going towards the end. And, freak accidents happen in sports, and, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm injury prone or any of that, because, getting hit on the hand and all of that, that's
Right.
the wash. That happens to the best of people. So, just to come back and put, get, 100, 110 games and 400 or 500 at bats was, is something that, I think helped me coming in with confidence this year and, moving forward in my career.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Andy Slater.
Hey, Garrett, last night we finally got our first taste again, and first time in 4 months of a team sport with Major League Soccer playing. They were celebrating after goals. They were spitting on the grass. You guys, obviously, you have your own protocols Major League Baseball put in. How difficult is that going to be for you, not to celebrate and not to spit? And also, what have you been told about any penalties if you do?
That's a big thing, for me, because I do dip some tobacco, so I'll have to change that up a little bit. So maybe go to a gum more often. But I think that's the natural thing for a baseball player to spit. That's what they've been doing their whole life. Gum, sunflower seeds. A lot of guys dip tobacco. It's something that as a baseball player, it happens. It's it's part of your normal protocol. Is when you're out on the field, it gives you maybe that helps people calm down, or help people clear the next pitch or something. So I don't know the exact penalties of what happens when you spit, but I think it's I want to say there's maybe a suspension or fine or something. I'm not totally 100% sure on what maybe there's a warning first or something, but I haven't read the full thing on spitting. And since being here, I've caught myself a few times go to spit, and then I'm like, oh man, I can't do this now. So I think it's just something you got to get used to. It's baseball is a game of adjustments. So this year is a big adjustment for everybody, and for us to succeed and play through the next 2.5-3 months, it's going to take changing to a lot of people's routines. I know myself, your routine is what sets you apart from a lot of people, and that's what you got you here. So I think will allow for a lot of people to change what they're normally used to. But for us to play, we need to do that.
All righty, we'll turn to Craig Mish.
Hey, Coop, would you say that this is the most motivated you've ever been this year at any level or any period of time that you've ever played?
I think for us as a group, we have a huge opportunity. Anything can go in 60 games. So, for me personally, it's, I take each day as what it is. It's, you come in and do your work, you go through the ups and downs of a season, but this is a little different. So I think you got to come out with, a fire under your ass just to every single day, because there's no ups. You can't have a lot of downs during the season, because if you start off slow, it's tough to recover. So I think everybody's a little more on edge this year. We've had a lot of talks within the group and with coaches that, it's anybody's year. It's not a long, 162 game anymore. It's 2 months to see who's the best team, and you're going to get everybody's, best. It's, you catch an injury, that guy's probably not going to have time to come back. So it's definitely something that, makes you excited as a player, and, makes me excited to see what I can do personally and what we can do as a team. So it's not an easy schedule. I think everyone's seen that, and, there's a lot of good teams that we have to face. So, our division is already tough as it is. So we got to put the, foot to the pedal as soon as opening pitch happens.
Thank you.